YouTube, newly minted YouTube channel. If you haven't checked that out, is an amazing recruitment video movie on there that he put together. So hopefully we'll see some more from him. And if any of you members out there would love to, throw a video together, show us, what type of skills you've got. Hell, my girlfriend's 11-year-old saw Chainer's video just today, and he was inspired. He was like, yeah, I would love to put together a video for the guild. And so if any of you out there would like to do that, I mean, we don't just, the great thing about our guild is we're very much open to member contributions. If you want to blog, if you want to come and ramble like I do on podcasts and just shoot the shit with us, if you want to, do some, role play, we got a whole role play group. If you want to, I mean, we're so open to anything that members are interested in. We want to be interested in. So don't be shy about this stuff. If you have something, if your passion is charity work, like Ronan's passion is about charity work, I can tell. And we followed that with her, and it's been successful. I mean, about a month ago, we gave away and raffled off a $150 collector's edition of the game. And then we find out there's other guilds out there, doing some copycat, charity stuff as well. But we're the first guild, as far as I know, to do that. So we're going to keep pushing the borders of what guilds are supposed to do and what they're not supposed to do. And what they're not supposed to do, we're going to say, fuck it, we're going to do it anyway. Because we can. And we're going to have fun doing it for sure. So along with that, we're going to. I have no doubt that this passion that we have for for just activities outside of the game, we can channel within the game as well. So I don't want to get all philosophical or anything, but excellent inaugural podcast, guys. This is really fun.
Oh yeah, it's gone on about 45 minutes longer than I had originally planned. So we know that's either really good or really bad.
Because 30. Unfortunately, when I start shots of Patron, I tend to ramble on.
Good to know.
I have. No, not drunk. But yeah, listen, guys. So we got plenty on our plate in terms of plenty of stuff on our plate in terms of some officers to appoint and regional prefects to appoint. We're pretty close to appointing our liaison officer. So we're going to, since launch is coming up, we're going to hold off on any big activities other than the possible BioWare last somewhere in early December, end of November BioWare visit. There's not going to be anything big, no charities, no other big Korriban around the state. We may coordinate like some type of launch day, multi-city, parties or something. We may do that. That'd be fun. But I think we would get some regional prefects involved in that to try to get people together for that. But other than that, I think we should just chill out, keep having fun on our Facebook, on our forums, get to know each other, and obviously keeping up with this excellent podcast. And basically strengthening our community. And this was Hollick's idea. Hollick was like, listen, Gary, we're growing real big. We should just pull back and strengthen our community. And he's absolutely right. We've incorporated whole guilds recently. I want to send a shout out to the members of Nemesis Asylum. I believe that's their name. One of our members, I think, is Ni, if I'm not correct, NHI. If I'm correct, he had some buddies in a guild called Nemesis Asylum, and since I'm the current chief recruitment officer, I know this stuff. But Nemesis Asylum was like, they brought in probably, I don't know, I just got to ballpark it, like 8 members or so. So we basically they came in almost as a whole guild, including their guild leaders. So we're glad to have them. They're all over. They're in Wisconsin. One dude is in Norway. Shoot, I don't have my Excel spreadsheet, my trusty Excel spreadsheet, so I don't know where everyone else is from. But thank you, Nemesis Asylum, for joining us. Good to have you. But yeah, it's we have a lot of exciting things coming up. But we're going to spend the rest of the time up until launch getting to know one another, hanging out. You know, it may be easy for us to form, you know, cliques, and I don't see that necessarily as a bad thing. I would love the DFW people to get together more often. I'm gonna try to get the Houston as big a Houston group as I can next week for some just informal dinner, just to, you know, just to hang out, high fives, you know, whatever. So I would encourage people to do that. But once we have the regional prefix in place, you know, they can facilitate that. They'll be the point man or point woman to get people together for those activities. So let's just cruise. You know, all the hard work's been accomplished. We have a good, you know, beefy guild. So let's just go on cruise control, get some last minute work done until launch day. Sounds good?
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, guys. All right.
I'll be on the phone call and I'll give you feedback of my own, but that's what we can do. But thanks for coming out, Gary.
Yeah. No, my pleasure, guys. Excellent work on the podcast. Believe me, feel free to edit like 90% of what I set out because no one's gonna listen to all this bullshit.
There's gonna be a lot of bleeping.
Mm-hmm. We're
gonna bleep out the bad words and the bad jokes. So.
There's a lot of beep for like the first podcast, you know.
Stop saying all these bad words, jeez.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I get mean when I'm drunk. So listen, excellent work, guys. Podcast was you know, my dream when I was, you know, kind of a young lad looking at the other 30-man guilds and dreaming that someday we may be a 30-man guild, you know, and have a podcast.
Oh, so, dude, we can't be a 30-man guild with the podcast. I'm sorry.
I know. It's so disappointing. We're no longer. It's impossible for us to be a 30-man guild with the podcast. You know, that's really. But I'll have to live with the fact that we're a 300-man guild with the podcast. Okay, so. Excellent work, guys. Yeah, feel free to edit the heck out of this so, you know, I don't ramble as much. And I'm looking forward to listening to this sometime next week, all right?
Sounds good.
Awesome.
All right, cool,
Thanks
bro.
for coming.
I'm gonna sign off. Good work.
All right. Yeah, just hang up. Appreciate it.
Guys. Bye.
Let me see. Normally we'll go to Player of the Week, explaining a Player of the Week. I think this week, we're good with Gary being Player of the Week. Everyone okay with that?
Yeah. Well, I would do that. Never plays. We Player of the Week now.
Yeah. I've seen.
Well deserved.
Yeah, I've seen him on Mumble like twice. Next we got Facebook Image of the Week. Part of this is Sotor's Facebook Image of the Week, and then Gary actually had a good idea this morning on Korriban Lancer's Facebook Image of the Week. So I don't know what the poll's up to yet. I'm not going to worry about that. I will bring it up.
According to the polls, it looks like Zombie House has won.
I lost.
Yeah. Hey, in all fairness, I thought it was actually like the KL Image of the Week for however long I knew about it.
So we're going to bring up the Zombie House in case anyone has not seen it, assuming I can find it now that it's moved down. There we go. Zombie House. Preparation level genius. Hardy har har. I don't know, hopefully next week we can get a little bit better one. I like it, but again, I think only 3 people voted.
Yeah.
I didn't vote for myself. I thought that would be cheating.
And I didn't vote for Matt because I thought that would be stupid.
Thanks.
Now I guess we'll do...
Now, see, I think at some point we're going to have to get like a zombie apocalypse plan going. You know, just have everyone in the guild pop in and say, hey, this is what I think we should do.
That's true. We already have the network set up with the guild and everything, so...
I like where they've gone with that. It seems a little expensive to me. But, you know, if you can afford it, it seems good.
I wonder if I can increase this.
Can't you just click on the little picture and have it...
Yeah, it's bigger.
Right-click, view image. Oh, yeah, control, mouse wheel.
Yeah. I don't know, what do you guys think? I didn't know that the smuggler had a Wookiee companion, so that's cool.
They had a Wookiee companion?
See, I don't think I could be a smuggler and actually listen to that Wookiee like 200 hours of gameplay.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is like in the books, not all the Wookiees only growl.
Well, there was one that
video
could speak basic, but in all fairness, that was because of a speech impediment. The rest of them, they're still growling, but they translate it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how that worked. I knew the books were a little bit different, so I don't know. I wish we had some video on that, because if it is going to be growling, it would be kind of annoying. But then again,
sure it's translated at the bottom or something.
Yeah. Of course, then there's Blizz. Blizz doesn't, do anything like that either. He was on the Bounty Hunter freaking video, and it was all subtitled.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I think a Jawa speaking basic would be kind of weird.
Well, another reason they didn't translate Chewbacca's speech was because all of it was just so horribly dirty and inappropriate. I don't know about Jawas. I mean, maybe they have a thing for midgets or something. I don't know, but
maybe
it's all like shoot the droid, pull the droid, sell the droid. I don't know if they really do much of anything else.
So those are our wonderful Facebook images of the week. I'm sure those will be short. I'm not sure if they'll stay. That's kind of up to you guys. Leave suggestions. On to our dev track.
This sucks is not a suggestion, just for the record.
Yeah.
You say you don't like it, but at least do it in feedback form.
On to our dev tracker, what the devs have been saying, what they're up to. A gentleman by the name of Rat Fanatic posted under one of the threads, and they're talking about PvP Warzone, saying, one of the top things on our list for post-launch is a rated Warzone system, where players can come form teams, earn team ratings, earn individual ratings, as well as participate in tournaments. That was in quotation, so I'm assuming he pulled the quote from somewhere. And then he went on to say, I imagine the majority of people queuing up for instance PvP, if that's where the best rewards will be coming from. And George Zoller stated, people will do what they like. If the majority likes a queue, then that's what they want to do. Honestly, this reads a lot like, oh my god, there might be incentives for players to do what they like instead of what I like. If people prefer to do war zones over open world PvP or vice versa, then that's their prerogative, and we won't force them to do any other thing. As for the best rewards and where they're at, you'll earn rewards by doing either. Not very specific on if there's going to be better in either instances, but this just kind of tells me you can do whatever you want and you'll still be on the same level playing field.
Hopefully.
So I can go into a war zone or open world PvP and just die over and over and over again, and they'll give me stuff, because I think that would be awesome. That's probably what's going to wind up happening to me.
I don't know. I mean, because it's not like they didn't really confirm the rated PvP system.
Well, yeah, they said they're gonna. I think I read this somewhere. They're gonna add something like an arena system, which I kind of don't like, because I think if you're PvPing, you should get PvP rewards. There shouldn't be a special arena rating that gets you better gear than what you would. And I think you should be able to, if you want to, you should just go solo and be able to get the same gear that everyone else does.
Yeah.
Well, Tor does do a lot of, I mean, they're trying to encourage people to work in groups, and play together, which I like. Some of the stuff I've read, it says, like, PvE is a little bit harder, just so people will group up, or PvP, with the whole open world thing, then chances are you're going to want to go around in a group. You have a lot of, I guess quests, and where you have to have multiple people, and then you have, your flashpoints and your operations. And I think I think it might be okay to say, as long as you group up and do something with them, you get something better. So I don't think they necessarily have to do it for reward people for being good at it, or for doing specific things, or for doing it often. But as long as okay, you played with other people, that's what we're trying to get you to do, so you get a reward. I think that if you go something like that with it, I think that would be okay. I think as long as they're getting people to be, friendly, I guess, social. Do
you think that should give them? You think there should be an incentive for playing with a group? Because that's a cool thing about this game, is they've come out time and time again saying you can do the whole campaign solo, and from what if you solo PvP and you still equal out on gear, you can pretty much solo the whole game, never have to actually get a group. Do you think there should be incentive to play in the group?
You know, I think